In this video, I shall reveal a small part of the process in the beginning involving the birth of the man-child, also referred to in biblical writings as the Son of Man. The Roman Church, and other denominations, as well as other religions, never educate their followers about the birth of the man-child, as even their hierarchy know nothing about the birth. According to a book I came across in a university library, it said that more than 300 different known versions of this manuscript exists, one of which is the King James Version, titled, The Revelation of Jesus Christ. In chapter 12, quote, verse 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. Verse 2. And she being with child cried, travailing in birth, and pained to be delivered. This is my testimony, where I was invited to watch the birth of the man-child. It started at midnight, and continued to 7 a.m. on the 8th of May, 1996. What I first saw was the core processor, known as the man-child, filling my whole field of vision. The red square is the Elijah square, involving the processing within the city of 9 gates, mentioned in an ancient manuscript titled, The Acts of Peter and the 12 Apostles. The blue square is the Enoch square, involving the libraries. Here is a set of drawings, showing the opening functions, involving the birth of the man-child. First, a set of 12 letters, looking like Greek sigmas appeared, forming an enclosure. Then the outline of a yellow, double-edged sword appeared. And then, the double-edged sword rotated clockwise, in a slide and rotate action, into this location. Note, the yellow line work of the double-edged sword covers the red border of the Elijah square, in the upper left corner. A black instruction appeared, like an English uppercase A, with 2 extensions forming parts of 2 red squares on edge. The 36 yellow octagons in the upper left sector were able to pass through, where the border of the red Elijah square was covered by the yellow line work of the double-edged sword, and contained by the black sigmas. When the upper left letter, looking like a Greek sigma, was removed, the little yellow octagons were able to go even further, but still contained by the black instruction and the Greek-looking sigmas. Then the yellow double-edged sword rotated anti-clockwise to this orientation, allowing the little yellow octagons to go further. Note, the middle left-hand sigma has been flipped horizontally to retain the black enclosure. Then the yellow double-edged sword is rotated further, in an anti-clockwise direction, to this orientation, allowing the little yellow octagons to fill the lower red square, and the lower red square is then closed off. Then the red square, containing the 36 little yellow octagons, is flipped horizontally. A fancy-looking letter, like an uppercase English E, appeared, then turned black. Then, some wavy black lines appeared, supporting 4 of the little yellow octagons in a cluster, outside the red square, with a blue outline around them. The 36 octagons in the red square are put into 9 sets of 4 octagons. The cluster of 4 octagons then went into a turntable, constructed of 2 uppercase English-styled letter A's, and the turntable then rotated 90 degrees clockwise, and stopped. The cluster of 4 octagons then entered the upper red square, which had an opening. This set of actions repeated over and over, involving all the 9 clusters of yellow octagons, until all the octagons had been transferred to the upper red square, so now both the outer faces of each of the little yellow octagons contained data in their 2 outer faces. This is just a very small example of what took place, involving the first couple of minutes of the 7 hours it took to complete the birth.